But I need you guys to look how bad this unit is. Look how terrible this is. What the heck, bro? Are you kidding me? They're trying to save this unit. We did write it up for replacement though, and they are looking to replace it, but how did it get this bad? Like, look at the coil. This is true tenderism. Shout out UEI. UEI gave me some pocket gauges. We're gonna test them out. I'm gonna do a video reviewing these. I'm gonna show you guys the high side on these. And these are pretty cool. You can really get these into like little areas. We're gonna compare the high sides to each other. Go to the UEI Hub app. And then after it loads up, guys, look at the PSI on this thing. Holy crap, bro. The PSI on this thing is actually insane. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna just take the hail guard off. The hail guard is kind of restricting airflow. And they're trying to preserve this. They're trying to preserve this unit as long as they can. So as much airflow as we could get across this messed up coil, the better. Yeah, this coil looks like crap. But dog, we're gonna try to save its life as much as we can. Everybody's probably like, replace it, replace it. Let's look at our pressures now. Our pressure's definitely dropped. So we're at 418, 461. And if you guys don't have pocket gauges, as a commercial technician or an HVAC technician in general, and you're working on a package unit, you gotta get them, bro. It's the most best thing ever. You don't gotta go all the way downstairs for your gauges. You don't have to worry about carrying heavy gauges with you up on the roof. You can just whip out your pocket gauges, put it on the unit, get quick information, and keep on moving, keep it pushing. We're at 453.8 and 412. I don't think it's gonna get any better than that, but it's way better than the 480s for sure. But that pressure was way too high. We're damn near touching 500. So I'm gonna leave it just like this. But also, your condenser fan motors affect your high side pressures. This panel being open on your package unit affects your high side pressures. The reason why is because when your condenser fan motors are running, it's sucking in air through the sides of your condenser coil. When it's sucking in air through the side of the condenser coil, it's removing it from the top. You put your hand above a condenser fan motor, you feel a lot of heat, because it's cooling down the refrigerant inside of the condenser coil when it's sucking in the outside ambient air. Now, I moved over my UEI probes to my first stage compressor so you guys can see the pressure. Right now we're at 130 over 437. The pressures are slightly better when we took off the hail guards. The reasons why the hail guards affected our pressure: when we put the hail guards across the coil is already struggling to push air through it. So, with the hail guards covering the coils again, now the condenser fan motors are struggling even more to suck air through the coil. The coil's already damaged, so it's already hard for air to get through there anyway. But now it's working twice as hard with the hail guard over it. It's like if we put a blanket over it. Your blanket is not 100% airproof, because air can still make its way through your blanket. However, it's gonna be a restriction for the air to pass through fully. This is how pressures are affected. We're gonna take off the panel. Look what happens to our pressures, guys. Our pressures are gonna climb up. Look at that. Look how fast that thing is climbing up. Just because the panel's not over it. We climbed up hella fast. For sure, gotta put some pan treatment in here. Avoid any drain line issues. Let's make sure the float switch works. Okay, that's good. Float switch does work. Float switch indeed works. So in the event of something bad happens, it'll shut off the whole unit. Grab an A49 for this unit and change it out. Look at that. Starting to show cracks right there. So yeah. But don't even worry, guys. This is gonna get replaced soon. This was already written up for replacement. The quote was sent over. It's all dependent on what they want to do now. I already advised them how the pressures will affect everything in terms of heat transfer. So us taking up the hail guards, like I said, I'm just hoping that it will keep the high pressures moderate instead of 450 to 500. But if one of those compressors explode, I already know it's not going to be on us because we did warn them. But we'll see what they do. I wonder who left this unit down. So we finally found the leak. Doing a quick maintenance. My Delta T split was trash. Didn't like how it looked. I had a 13-degree split here. Checked my blower first off. Airflow was good, so I knew that was fine. And also, this unit is only a single stage compressor. Some units are 2-stage compressors, so your Delta T split might look terrible, but it's only terrible because the second stage didn't kick in. I had my gauges on. My pressures before were 65 over 250, which aren't good because this is an R410A system. So we did a leak search. First off, I checked the microchannel coil, the tubing fins going into it. On the sides here, they were fine. We obviously checked the Schraders, but whenever there's a leak, Schraders is the first thing I always check, because sometimes when you hook up your gauges to this, or whenever a previous technician hooks up their gauges to this, when they screw it off, the pin inside loosens up and it will push pressure out. So all you have to do is just get a Schrader remover and just screw it tight. If not, put a swivel T on there. So that was good. We checked the spiders from the dryer distributing refrigerant towards the evaporator coil. That was good too. Now, I was like, dang, I don't know where this thing is. We listened to the evaporator coil. There wasn't any hissing. So I decided to spray the U-bends on the coil. I don't know if you guys can see, but this is a microscopic leak right here. Look how tiny this thing is, guys. I had eagle eyes for this leak. Had to find this thing. It was driving me mad, but look at that. That thing was right there. So for this maintenance, we're gonna write up the evaporator coil. We're gonna write this up as well, and the dryer. But I'm pretty sure the spiders come with the evap coil. But yeah, this unit's gonna most likely stay down because it makes no sense to run it because it's gonna run out of gas anyway. But I might just keep it running just to alleviate some heat for them downstairs, but also make sure that they know that, hey, this thing is gonna leak out eventually.